overarching, I think we're very early on AI. So I personally am a believer. I believe, very much it's going to change things very dramatically over the next 10 or 15 years. Yeah. But the analogy I've given a lot of people is if you're old enough like me to remember when cell phones first came out, the whole novel thing with cell phones was I could call someone and not be at my house.
Right.
And to be honest, I could care less about the phone part of my cell phone right now. That's like the tiniest value to me, right? The fact that I can press a button and have a car show up and pick me up, or that I can get a Google map or a browser to these things are transformational. But I feel like they were not really discovered until you had this technology for a while and you got to go through several generations of improving it. And I feel with AI that my personal feeling is we're kind of in the same way. I'm a bit underwhelmed by some of what I see in the industry right now. I think there's not enough focus on the interface still. So we're sort of satisfied with, I'm going to give you a empty search bar, hope you type a magic question and give you a magic answer, which right. I'm virtually certain is the wrong interface. But I think is a challenging problem to figure out the right interface. And so that's been something that we've personally, as you'd imagine, been spending a lot of time thinking about. But I also come back to, a lot of our core mission that we've talked about as a company is how do we take this type of infrastructure and expose it to a much broader audience? So a lot of what we've been very focused on is trying to say things like, as all of the, things like Snowflake and Databricks bring out their AI and ML features, how do we build interfaces around it where they're very easy for someone who's in marketing to use without having to think about what model from Hugging Face do they want to download, right? It's like, no, they want to, they just want to think about, hey, I want to do a forecast or something. Like, how do I make that super easy? So yeah. I think, overarching, I think it's early. I think there needs to be a lot of focus on interfaces. And I think a lot of the sort of value right now is figuring out how we take a lot of this type of infrastructure and make it very usable by lots of people so they can directly benefit from it, but also so that they can help us figure out what are the real end user, game-changing use cases of this technology.